Coming up on this episode of SEVA TV, be positive, organize your room, and spread kindness. Stay tuned for all this and more only on SEVA TV.
The name of the video that we turned in is Fight the Bite. My favorite part was just the experience and like just working with technology.
The motivation and the teamwork.
You may recognize her as the host from last year's SEVA Award show, but today she's your host for SEVA TV. I'm joined today by Katie, a graduate from Franklin High School. Thanks, Katie, for joining us.
Well, thank you for having me.
Because of the pandemic, Katie will be hosting the show remotely. Katie, can you tell us where you're joining us from?
I'm here right at home, hosting directly from my bedroom.
All right, there we go. I'll let you get to it then. Take it away, Katie.
Thanks, Nebaiot, and thank you all for joining us. My name is Katie, and I'm positive that you'll find this episode absolutely inspiring. First up, we have Luke from Inderkum High School to show us how to be positive.
What's this? Oh, I delete my stuff. You cannot fall asleep in class. You want to. Okay.
Oh, we don't even know. Oh, we don't even know.
You cannot fall asleep in class.
Oh, we don't even know.
I heard you had a pretty bad day.
Sometimes life sucks.
I mean, I guess so. But most of the times life is pretty great.
How? How can I be happier?
I'm so glad you asked. Steps to make you happier. Step 1. Take 5 deep breaths. It will help relax and loosen you up. Step 2. Go for a walk. Leave your phone at home, enjoy what's around you, and just be in the moment. Step 3. Take your day 10 minutes at a time. I find this to be helpful, especially when I'm stressed out. Step 4. Realize that it's okay to have a bad day. No one's expecting you to be happy every second of every day. Step 5. Talk with someone. If you had a really awful day, talk with a friend or a family member. Just get it out there. Well, I hope that helped. You know what? I think it did. Thank you. No problem. See you later.
Hey Luke, we just watched your video. How are you doing?
I'm doing pretty good. How are you?
I'm blessed. Thank you for asking. So what was your role in the whole video?
My role, I pretty much did everything. I wrote it, acted in it, if you want to call it acting. Yeah, did all the filming, edited it later. Yeah, I pretty much did all of it.
So the whole thing all around.
Yeah.
How'd you come up with the topic?
I've heard a lot of my friends and family say that I'm a positive person and kind of an optimist. So I figured that it'd be a pretty good idea for a video if I could kind of teach others how to be positive and see the bright side of a situation.
Now that we're in quarantine, is it more important or is it less important?
I do think the message of the video is a lot more important, especially during this pandemic, because in the news there's a lot of things that it's really easy to see the
bad side of a situation, we're like, oh, well, this sucks. It's not getting any better. So I think it's really important to try to see the good side of things, especially when all this negativity is going around.
If you were making the video right now, is there anything you would have to do differently to adhere to the guidelines of quarantine?
Well, on the technical side, I would borrow my equipment from my teacher, Miss May, so that would probably be a lot different. I would have to use my phone and figure out how to prop it up on a tripod. But as far as the message goes, I think it would be about the same. It's still important to stay positive.
Can you tell us about your teacher?
Yeah, her name is Miss May. She's an inspiration to this project, actually. She is one of the most positive teachers I've ever had. There was never a day where I would go into that classroom and she would be having a bad day. She would always be smiling, and no matter what was going on, she would always try to help out anyone that needs help and have a positive attitude the whole time.
All right, well, thank you for talking to us about your perspective and how the coronavirus has impacted creative expression. Your video was really cool. I liked it a lot, and I hope you have a nice day.
Thank you, you too.
Sticks and stones may break my bones, but words will never hurt me. These are the words that inspired Gracie from Sutter Middle School to stand up against bullying. Please enjoy the following about her original poem.
Sticks and stones may break my bones, but words will never hurt me. Sticks are thrown my way often, but not a scratch can be seen. Stones scrape across my feet, but I refuse to stop walking. So the words I am told, no matter what I feel, will not knock me down further. Words are just words. After spoken, they are lost. Lost to me, to the world, to my friends, and especially lost to you. I won't expect you to know what you're doing to me. I won't expect an apology when I don't even know what you could be sorry for. But even so, I never expected to feel this brought down by what you say. The sticks that pierce my skin don't leave a mark. The stones that crush my balance are soon forgotten, and the words that leave your mouth will do the same. No matter how desperately you try to break my mask, it will not shatter from one measly phrase. Yet no matter how many times I repeat that in my head, I can still feel it cracking.
Productivity begins the moment you wake up. But if you wake up in a messy room, then you may feel a bit too stressed to be productive, which is why Angelina will show us how to organize our rooms in 10 easy steps.
Are you tired and stressed out with your overly messy room? Well, I'm here to show you how to organize your room. You will first need to get a trash bag to throw away all trash. Next, you will clear off all items off any surfaces. If you have anything plugged into an outlet, make sure to push those to the side. Now you will separate everything into 3 piles, what you want to keep, donate, and throw away. Next, you will need to clean off all surfaces with any cleaning wipes. For instance, I'm using Clorox wipes. Lift up anything with cords on it to wipe underneath. You can now get storage compartments such as a container to put any smaller or larger items in them, but use an appropriate size box. You can also put items in drawers if needed. Now you can put up decorations or valuable items on your dresser, nightstand, or desk. If you have any clothes lying around, make sure to put them in your hamper and don't procrastinate to do laundry. Any money lying around you need to put in a safe spot, such as a wallet or a piggy bank. You can now start putting containers away under your bed or your closet. Make sure to throw away all trash. Now that you are done organizing your room, make sure to keep it clean because it went from this to this.
In this country, we all have the right to the freedom of expression, no matter your age, race, or gender. However, some school dress codes not only restrict this liberty, but they can also mentally scare students from expressing themselves later in life. Let's watch this short film from Winston Churchill Middle School illustrating these effects. holidays. The spirit of giving is widely apparent in our communities and around the world. But what would it look like if that same generosity and kindness existed all year round? Well, Skycrest Elementary staff and students believe in giving back to the community, and Andrew is going to show us how.
Hi, I'm Drew, and today we're here at Skycrest Elementary to highlight a few community figures that are making a difference to the school, the lives of the students, and the community at large. We'd like to highlight the teachers for their acts of kindness and the generosity that's found within this campus. So why do you give to your students to try to make them feel important and special?
These kids are incredibly important. They are our future. They need to feel loved and supported. They need to feel that I believe in them. They need to feel like they can make mistakes. They need to feel they can grow. And part of the way I connect with them is treating them like my own kids and then treating them like my students. So special treats and special recognition and lots of praise just so that we have a real relationship, and then we can struggle through the academics and celebrate our successes, and when we make mistakes go, and keep going.
What are some ways you try to support your students in the class?
I really like to do what I call my classroom store, in which the blue tickets that we earn for good character also count as cash, and they can literally earn a ton of cash and then go shopping from working hard, showing perseverance, being kind, taking initiative, and all the character traits we want. And then I also really believe in homework prizes. You need to celebrate. You brought your homework, you did it, you tried, you got it in on time. And so we sometimes have candy prizes. I'll get prizes donated into the local store. Some of the kids like to donate things, and it's just a really positive recognition of you did it, you were getting your homework in on time, so that they learn to internalize this and then feel that pride in getting their homework done.
It's really our entire community, our staff, the volunteers that support our school, and our support staff, our family members, admin, teachers, everybody is really just there to help anybody. But at Christmas, it seems like our students, many of them don't have the same opportunities as everyone. So instead of being a joyful time of year, it's not so fun.
Can you please explain a little about the Skycrest Giving Tree?
I send out an email to all of our staff and ask if there are any kids that they think their families might be struggling for the holidays. Then I call the family and ask if it's okay if we support them. And if the family says yes, then I make sure that every kid in the family is put onto the list. So once I get approval and we fill out a tag, and I had our parent liaison filled out the tags for me, and it's a team effort, and fill it out. They get a family number. We write a tag for their shirt size, their pant size, and a toy, and it goes on to our giving tree wall. We had 176, and actually we just had another family today whose house was broken into, which we added on, and we had a student who had fire that we helped serve. This year we had 20 turkeys donated, and our staff also, that we did a big box that they just put all of the sides for, so we were able to give 17 out for Thanksgiving, and we saved 3 for Christmas. So it really is the entire community coming together to make it such an amazing, generous event.
It feels really great to have a teacher like Miss Murray around the holidays, because giving is the meaning of Christmas, and that's what she does.
It feels good because sometimes my mom can't afford to buy stuff for Christmas.
Like, if I make a mistake, she'll help me in a good way.
Because even if we do it wrong, she still makes us motivated. It's okay if we get it wrong, because we still gotta try.
I'd like to give a special thanks to the Skycrest staff for being kind and generous to those in their community. All it takes is one word to make someone today a whole lot better. So be that person and be kind to others. Drew, out.
Kindness. It starts from within and makes you feel all warm inside. It grows and grows until you let it all out. It's good for you and for others.
Let's send some kindness. Start by relaxing your thoughts. Picture someone who needs some kindness. Imagine them happy and smiling. Imagine that their heart is peaceful and they're surrounded by kindness. Let's send some kindness to that person. I hope they have a wonderful day. We hope all their problems go away. I hope that they smile all day long. I hope they have a wonderful day. I hope they get a warm hug from someone they love. Let the kind thoughts flow from your heart to theirs. Now send those thoughts to that person. Who did you send your thoughts to? I sent my thoughts to a good friend. I sent my thoughts to my mom. I sent my thoughts to a wonderful family member. I sent my thoughts to my teacher. It only takes a minute to spread some kindness, so be nice and kind.
The greatest gift you could give somebody is the gift of love. But love comes in different shapes and sizes. Here are a few ways that students at Katherine L. Albiani Middle School are sharing the gift of love in our community.
Hi, I'm Ashley.
And I'm Sierra Hardy, and this is our story.
When we were 8, we were dropping off gifts for the children at Shriners Hospital. We saw a teen pushing a flatbed cart covered with gifts. Our mom asked her how she was donating so many gifts, and she said that she started a gift drive at her school.
We asked what the children would receive during Valentine's Day, because in elementary school it's a big deal to exchange Valentine cards with classmates, and the hospital staff replied that they don't have the same experience as other kids at school do. We felt really bad because exchanging Valentines and gifts was a major thing for us. That's when we got the idea to start a charity drive during Valentine's Day at our elementary school, Pleasant Grove.
This is our 5th year partnering with the Gift of Love. Knowing that everyone goes through hardships, we know a kind word or note can really lift someone's spirits.
Shriners Hospital has kids who are going through hardships, injuries, and diseases that may be life-threatening. The cards you make and donations you give will go towards these patients, and they will receive them during February.
Here are some amazing facts about the Gift of Love and how one simple, kind idea can make a huge impact for thousands of children.
Are you up for the challenge to help these kids? Please write a kind and encouraging card and donate to help these kids to make a difference in their lives on this Valentine's Day.
I'm Ashley.
And I'm Sierra, and this was our story.
What's yours?
We can all make a difference.
It's the night before a big test, and you haven't studied or done any of the assigned reading. We've all been there. Lucky for you, we have the Procrastinator's Guide to Not Giving Up. So be sure to take plenty of notes. You got this. a creative way to spread kindness. Doorbell ditching your friends and neighbors? But it's not what you think. Autumn Chamberlain has a way to spread positivity, and it begins with a ring.
Doorbell ditching is a fun activity that I've been doing my entire life. Many people are under the impression that it's straight up rude. And if you're just ringing the doorbell and running away, it is. But if you're actually leaving something, you'll find that it'll really make their day.
Doorbell ditching is making a treat of some kind and then secretly leaving it on somebody's doorstep and then ringing the doorbell and running away as fast as you can so that you don't get caught. You do this preferably when it's dark, so the chances of you being sighted are less. Fun to do surprises for people, things that they aren't expecting, and it doesn't matter if they know who it is, as long as they know that somebody's thinking about them and wants to do something nice for them.
I've done lots of doorbell ditching with my family and with my youth groups at church and such.
It makes me feel good because you are doing service, but you're still having fun.
We like to do doorbell ditching because it's really fun and we get to bring happiness to other people.
I make cookies for other people. I make snickerdoodle cookies. They taste yummy.
Doorbell ditching is a fun-filled activity full of generosity.
We have a lot of kind students here at our schools, so why don't we take a look at a few ways they're sharing their kindness in their communities. Check out these PSAs.
Thank you.
Oh my God, Amalia!
To learn more about how to be kind, go to www.kindnesscampaign.com. This is Grace Kinney reporting for the Eagles News.
Middle school is already as hard as it is. Kids messing with you. And when things are going bad, it seems like they get worse. Middle school can be tough. Kids can be mean. And your luck may be down. But one act of kindness can go a long way.
I know being stuck inside during this pandemic can be pretty daunting, so I hope some of these videos have brought some positivity to your day. Now, I have quite a few acts of kindness I need to catch up on, so I'll catch you later. See ya! Alright, Nebaiot, now back to you.
Katie, that was amazing. Well, that's all the time we have for today's episode of SEVA TV. Thank you for joining us. And remember, if you'd like to see more student videos or want to find out how you can enter into the SEVAs, check out our website at secctv.org. I'm Nebaiot, thank you for watching.